I'm C4 the Legend, and this is the actual natural. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
On May 26th, that's one day before her birthday. In fact, it was already, her birthday had already came in. Fire destroyed our home. As you see, we're in what was then the living room. You can see the condition of the house, the extent in which the fire is destroyed. You will see no back, and you will see the two sides was already demolished. This has been the extent of the fire that destroyed our entire home. The fire trucks were able to come, but they were not able to save it at that time. From my point of view, and it's been said by many, this has been a suspicious fire. From all the reports we received from our neighbors, this fire started outside my house and a good distance. If you look at the bushes, you could see actually there the bushes began to burn, which is a good ways from here. We had a generator on at that time, but if you see, it started up in here. Now, there are several things that makes me give credence to the idea that this was intentional. First of all, there was a guy going around, and he was caught by some of the citizens of this community intentionally lighting and destroying homes around this area. Prior to that, 3 hours before the same day, on May 26, a police, accompanied by several other police, came into this area. His name is Carol from the Western Police Station. And he went to one side of my neighbor and threatened them to demolish their home, and went to the other side and threatened them to demolish their home. This was 3 hours before my home was destroyed by fire. And 3 hours later, after he threatened my neighbors that he's going to bulldoze their homes and move them out of this area, fire consumed my house. Anyone knows me knows that from 2018, I have been a vocal proponent for the oppressed people of our nation. Anyone who knows me, seen me in videos and heard me speak, has known that we have constantly spoke out against the condition of our people, from primarily what is called the government, but the successive and present administrations. My name is Salathiel Thompson, and I'm a member of a small group. We call ourselves the Sovereign Kingship Constitutional Administration. And we've been doing this work in conjunction with numerous other groups, including Stop the Steal. One of the members of Stop the Steal is here right now to lend support to what we have done. I apologize. He just came into the knowledge of what my family and I have been going through. His name is C4. Presently, they have us at a shelter. And if we tell you how we even get into the shelter, you'll be surprised. Because when we went there, they didn't even help us. And so for a whole week, we ran around looking for places. And they didn't even enter us into the shelter. There had to be a minister who had to personally get involved and help us to get into the shelter.
So there are some good people out there.
Yes, there are. We're in a shelter and we have a time period of 2 months to be out of it. There are people who had stepped up to help us. But right now, you can see our condition. We're in a dire state financially right now. So we have until July basically to be out the shelter. In the meantime, the home that has been burned, our home that has been burned over 3 weeks ago, isn't even near, starting to be completed. If you see every day, my wife and we comes down, I sell juice for a living. I manufacture natural juices on a small scale, and we sell that, and that has been...
Give them the exact location, please, so when you are back up and running fully,
yes, sir,
people can come by there.
I'm located at Coral Harbor, just before the roundabout. Everyone knows where the hot dog lady is. I'm the guy on the side just before the hot dog lady that sells the natural juices. I'm on the left-hand side, right next to Coral Harbor Park. some of my brethren has been able to help us to start back up the juice business, because that's our only means of income.
Yeah.
You know, so we thank the Most High for that. But we're asking for the public to get involved and to offer any help. As I say, you could see from the pictures, the home was being totally destroyed, and every day my wife and I comes and we're taking down all the burnt rafters. We're looking for a contractor right now who would step up and to help us basically to rebuild in the small time frame we have.
Do you have the information off the top of your head? I mean, I know we have the flyer, so we'll put it in there. But do you have the information off the top of your head, where they can assist?
Yes, they can go to 21st Century Building Supplies, and that's on Cowpen Road. We have an account there. All they have to do is give my name, Salathiel Thompson, and the number 808-0376. Once they give this, any money is contributed there would go to purchasing the building supplies, and all. They can also go to my bank, and they can also leave money there on my account. We have a flyer going around, and all the information dealing with the bank is on that flyer.
So we can get it out, because you want a time restraint, bro.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so we want to try to make sure that this gets sorted out as quickly as possible. Okay. Hopefully some people who are in the financial position, or who know some people who are in the financial position, or who work someplace where they can get something sorted out, an organization or something might decide, hey, you know what, let's assist. But what people don't understand is all that you've been through trying to get certain things sorted out.
Yes, sir.
And you just don't have the support that you need.
No.
We have all these Bahamians, and they want change, but they don't want to do what it takes to make the change happen.
Yes.
And understand that those who put themselves in the forefront to deal with these things put themselves in harm's way.
Yes,
now,
sir.
there's no 100% proof, as the brother said. That's why we say suspicious,
Yes.
right? There's no 100% proof as to what took place, but at the end of the day, we have an activist who is in need of assistance. All right, so I'm calling on all the activists out there. Jump on this program and let's try to sort it out, because if it was you, you'd want someone to do it for you.
Yes. And I would conclude with this, not that I'm blaming anyone, but if we were to relate to any layperson how this started and what my neighbor saw, you can come up with no other conclusion that this was intentionally lit.
Yeah.
The fire did not start in our home. Anyone can tell you that. The fire started at the rear, and it seemed as if it was lit and run to the generator. And this is how the fire was started. When you get a report from all the neighbors, they say it's the same thing.
Okay.
So this is why, and because earlier that day, because of the interference with the police, whose name is Carol, we know him. He'd been in the backyard, but never in this section. In other sections, if anyone remember 2-3 years ago, Carol was very, very instrumental dealing with the portion that dealt with Lincoln Bain. And there was a long-standing and running feud between them, but he have never showed up here. Recently, he's been around here and he's been bothering the citizens. I would like the listener to know unequivocally, we are Bahamians. We're not paper Bahamians. We have generation and generation on this land. I am a Bahamian national. And my whole goal has been to fight for my people and my land. And this is what we've been doing. And I would like for anyone who's been involved in this destruction to know that all they have done was harden my intent and going hard now to ensure that no other Bahamian and his family would suffer what my family and I have suffered. Because this was an intentional fire. Thank you very much.
Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm C4 the Legend, and this is the Actual Natural.